The internet is a locked door, but often the ones who locked it don't realize how many people have the key. It might be a reinforced steel vault of a vast company.
9:39 with some breaking news just into the newsroom. Equifax announcing an additional 2.4 million people are impacted by last year's data breach.
Now, in this latest data breach,
over its massive data breach.
Or a splintered wooden door out in the woods. In these cases, the security is not the lock at all. The vast anonymity is. The internet is a big forest, after all, and the door can't be opened if nobody finds it. But if you do stumble upon this splintered door, there's nothing stopping you from opening it. And you might not like what you find. In 2009, with the death of 79-year-old Dutch Milo, a door was found. Milo was a controversial figure, but beneath his pornographic image hosting site, no one expected to find a bulletin board for hitmen, assassins for hire. Hey, they have to find work somehow. Welcome to Nothing is Revealed. I'll be honest, this is one of the most convoluted mysteries I've ever seen online. There are dozens of posts about it over the span of 8 years, dozens of armchair detectives trying to crack the case, developments, theories, deleted users and comments, conspiracy theorists. The trigger of all this was Dutch Milo's death, as mentioned. User 2-6 made this post announcing Milo's passing, responded a bit in the comments, and then vanished. I want to stop right there and explain a bit about Milo. He was supposedly a 79-year-old veteran turned IT professional after his service. His Reddit account was created in 2007, over 10 years ago, when Reddit was nowhere near the juggernaut it is today. Oh, and he was the moderator of r/Jailbait, a subreddit dedicated to posting sexually suggestive material of underage girls.
360 exclusive now. If you spent time online and read comment sections of websites, you've no doubt seen some pretty vile, offensive comments written by anonymous people. Well, tonight you're about to meet one of the biggest trolls on the internet, reviled for his pornographic posts. He's speaking out tonight in his first television interview. If there are kids in the room right now, you might want to have them leave. What you're going to hear is a conversation geared toward adults. This particular troll created several controversial, many would say creepy and twisted, forums on the website Reddit. One was called Jailbait, and it featured sexually suggestive photographs of teenagers.
Yes, that escalated quickly. Once Anderson Cooper dedicated a segment of his show to condemning this abhorrent community, Reddit shut it down. It was the first community they'd banned, and also one of the most popular. The internet has changed a lot in a decade, huh? So when 2-6 announced the death of such a controversial figure, people took notice. Milo had a website that he often posted about, LakeCityQuietPills.com. It's gone now, but it was essentially a simple image hosting site dedicated mostly to pornography. Other users dug into the code of LakeCityQuietPills.com and found the last thing you'd expect, a small hidden forum. Back and forth messages between who seemed to be 2-6 and others about Milo's death, but also job postings. Need 2 English speakers, private sec at sea, hardware experience a must. There are dozens more like this. It appeared to be a job board for mercenaries. Reddit users began posting about these hidden finds, and the messages quickly switched from plain text to a code of sorts. Unreadable, never cracked. Remember that. Then there's that name, Lake City Quiet Pills. Might a quiet pill refer to a bullet? But if that's the case, does the whole name refer to the Lake City Army Ammunition Plant in Independence, Missouri? I mean, this is all thoroughly unusual, but if it's just a job board for security gigs for ex-military, what's the harm? Of course, users wanted to see if the vague jobs lined up with real-world events. This long description of a job and a hotel party and the date seemed to correspond with the assassination of this man, Mahmoud Al-Mabhouh. He was found dead in his hotel room in Dubai in 2010, paralyzed with a muscle relaxant and quietly suffocated with a pillow. Interpol released a set of top suspects from around the world. It was announced a Western country had arrested a top suspect a few months later, but neither the country nor the suspect's name was ever revealed. Could this be connected to Lake City Quiet Pills? Most chilling of all, 17 of the suspects used MasterCards branded by MetaBank of Storm Lake, Iowa. This is less than an hour's drive from Lake City, Iowa. This sounds like a sure thing, right? Therein lies the problem. There's a chance it's a hoax. From the beginning, there were members of this investigative community that thought it all might be faked. The messages, the obit post, all of it. First, the Al-Mabhouh connection. Tenuous at best, based purely on the naming coincidence and the fact that the hidden posts mention a party in a hotel at around the same time. Not that it couldn't be true, just that the evidence doesn't prove it is. The hoax side use a term often, ARG, or alternate reality game. This is like found footage for the internet. It means a networked story that uses the real world as a platform and employs mixed media storytelling in a way that might be affected by players. Like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but told through websites, apps, and real-world locales. It may sound highbrow, but you've likely heard of some yourself without knowing. They're often used as guerrilla marketing for television shows, movies, and games. If Lake City Quiet Pills is an ARG, the posts would all be fake. Milo, or whoever he is, isn't dead or a 79-year-old veteran. Maybe he's just a middle-aged IT guy who created a character and breathed life into a grotesque little world. Their evidence is this. Some of the posts deep in Milo's history don't seem to be from an old man at all. They're eloquent and well-written, not a misspelled word in sight. In this post, well, I think it speaks for itself. Remember the coded messages? Aside from that, why would a network of assassins use such an unsecure method of communicating? This hasn't stopped a certain breed of internet conspiracy theorists from running with this. And to be fair, I want to believe. It's an amazing story. But bending an answer to fit this piecemeal narrative, it's missing the point. By fabricating an answer, you're robbing yourself of the satisfaction of the real one. And that goes for many more difficult questions than just Lake City Quiet Pills. Remember, all you have, all we have, are the facts. No matter how badly you want an answer, no matter how badly you want the world to fit into a neat compartment, you can't have it. The world is too chaotic and random. But with the facts guiding us, I promise we'll find the way eventually. We just have to set out for a door and stumble upon the key.